You were stationed in Texas. You talked about
Tennessee.
Tennessee. That the colonel that was out there. There was a very special attachment to his name, and if you could explain that and what kind of a hero he had become to that point from his Black Hawk Down experience.
Yes, we were under the leadership. This was the 187th Infantry Regiment, Rakkasans. We were under the leadership of Colonel Michael Steele. And his name is very recognizable throughout the military as Captain Michael Steele during the Somalia Black Hawk Down incident. And I think he's mentioned, had a couple books mentioned about him, a movie portrayal in Black Hawk Down. But he's even, not only is his legend up to par with who he is, but he was just absolutely the best commander we could have asked for. As a colonel, he revamped the way we were training. He incorporated a lot of civilian trainers, outside of the military that knew what they were talking about that would come in. I remember a lecture from David Grossman, a very recognizable author on combat and on killing topics, and he just did a lot of training that was unheard of as other people were doing. We loved him. He kind of was our own little Patton, if you will. Just the way, his speeches, his tough demeanor, and just any one of his speeches would just give you goosebumps. And we just felt, he instilled so much pride in us, and we always just felt so good after a Steele speech, filled with a lot of bravado and tough language, if you will. Not really suitable for children, but perfect for crazy grunts like that we were. So he's an amazing guy, very knowledgeable, and we're so glad that he was in charge of us.
Now you mentioned in the book how the infantry soldier is a little bit unique, and you just sort of hinted there on how he really spoke to that kind of a unique soldier. And before we go to our break, could you explain a little bit about in those last couple days before you were deployed, what your group was thinking, how you guys felt about, okay, what kind of battle are we going to go into? What are we going to experience? Were you guys? Did you have a sense of excitement, fear? Was it a mix? Explain.
There was definitely excitement. Leading up to the training, we knew we were not going to be. We knew we were going to be utilized, and whatever was going on in Iraq at that time, we knew that we were going to get the brunt of it. So we went in, we'd be together, we'd have, our parties or whatever we were, just kind of gearing up for everything, and hey, we're going to this together. Of course, we were very excited. We didn't know what was in store for us. So it's that level of unknown that kind of kept us all amped up and knowing that we were going to be doing it together. So there was definitely excitement where we didn't know what to expect. But I'll tell you, when, at least for me, for my sake, when I was alone, that was when kind of you come to realize, man, okay, what just am I about to get into? And you have that thought process when you're by yourself, and that's when you start, the fear, I guess, kind of comes to light in you, and you really don't know what to expect. But then as soon as you get around your other guys, it's like you don't want to show that, of course. So you just it's kind of like one big party before you leave. And I'll tell you, the night before, we just went in like, all right, this is it, guys. This is what we've been training for. And it's kind of like a football team. You train all the time. You train to play, and especially you train to play for the big game. And this is kind of like the night before our big game. Of course, we're amped up and ready to go.